Hi students, it's me again, Dorothy, and I'm going to walk you through the spring semester e-portfolio video. In this video, I'm going to go over what your portfolio should look like after the end of the fall semester and the end of the spring semester. Okay, let's get started. You should have your home page, which should have a picture of you, an introduction of you, and a little bit of information about you, your contact information. You should have a tab with the practicum outcomes and Wisconsin standards. You should have a tab with course descriptions, and each course description should have the name, the course number, and then the description of that course. Now, let's see the list of the courses. If you're going for the certificate program, you need this section. If you're going for the degree program, you need all of them. The only ones you will not have to have tabs are that's in the course for the Foundations of Teacher Education Programming is Intro to Ed Practice, and then Technology and Education. Also, you're not going to have a tab that is called Equality in Education, but you do have an assignment that goes in your e-portfolio for this class, and that's your service learning one that you did at the end of the semester for fall. Let's go back to where that should be. Oh, I'll get to that in a second actually. Let's continue. You're going to have tabs for all the different subjects for your program. You're going to have a tab with sub-tabs for special education, and each one's going to have, you're going to have 3 sub-tabs for special education. Under your last tab, it should be child and adolescent development, behavioral management, service learning honors and awards. That's where your equality service learning project goes. And then professional development. The professional development is where you're going to have all your practicum goals, teacher evaluation, and corresponding teacher letters, those things. So, in your child and adolescence development at the end of the fall semester, you should have in here 3 assignments, and they should be your do-it-yourself learning game, your positive growth mindset piece. This was a group activity. And you should have your final project, your child development project, where you analyze the growth mindset of a child in various of ages. Everyone did a different age. You want to do their growth and fine motor skills. Your child, you should have talked about their diets and sleeping habits in this project. These are 3 good projects to have. Under service learning and services and honors, you should have put your group project for your service learning where you volunteered. And then if you looked up on your Western homepage, you could have searched the presence list and seen if you made it. If you made it, take a screenshot of the letter, save it to your pictures, and put it into your e-portfolio with a little summary about being on the presence list. Now, if you are on it more than one semester, like I was, I would just have the picture updated to the most recent one and then add the semester with the year behind it. But to upload the picture, you want to click on your portfolio in the middle so it doesn't go anywhere. you want to hit image, you want to hit upload. It should take you to where you stored your last thing. I stored it under pictures. I labeled it fall letter plist. I clicked on it and I hit open. Now it inserted on here on a white background. So I would change the color, then do a text box next to this and just write my brief summary of being on the president's list. Now, this is what it should look like at the end of the fall semester. I'm going to hit publish. And you can see that I made some changes from what's currently published to what's not. So on my adolescence page, I had added my games, my do-it-yourself game, where before I didn't have anything. I added all of these. Now this says draft, and this is currently published. So I want to go to publish again. So what was in the draft will now show in the publish. Watch that again. I have nothing edited because it's already updated the ones that I did before in child adolescence. So I just return to it and So I just showed you how it should look at the end of the fall semester, beginning of spring. And the last thing you should have entered is the service learning and possibly the president's list. I want to show you that I added the stuff for the end of spring, and I'm going to go over to publish, and it's going to show the different ones that I had made edits to. Supporting students with special health needs, I didn't have anything there before, but you see that's what was currently published. And if you go over, this is what I just recently added, so it's a draft, and I'll go back and explain what those are. In social studies, you see there's a draft and then a current published page, and how they don't look the same because I added them and I haven't saved yet. Here is reading, current publish. What I edited is a draft, and I'm going to hit publish again, and it's just saving it, it's updating it. So if I go to publish, it's going to show nothing has been edited since I just published it again. And if I go back, the science I added to. So what you need to have in your science is you need to have an image, a poster of safety science rules and reminders, and then list a couple different safety rules for the lab that's not on the poster. Recommendation for an assignment is the inquiry process. Your assignment for that with a brief description. That's a recommendation. You don't have to do that assignment, but you do need to have at least one assignment besides your safety requirements, and then your final experiment, whatever that might be. Your video needs to be done on YouTube. Then you upload it in here by going to embed it, putting the YouTube link here, and then hitting insert. Once you hit insert, it's going to come up like this, and you can just play on it. It will give you this arrow where it says open in a new tab. Click on that and it'll open up top in a new window. But you just need like the image of it ready to play, and then a brief summary of your experiment and supplies. Ask questions in it if you want. Also mention where you got your ideal, like if you got it from a book or a website, you saw a video, link that kind of in your summary at the end, kind of like a work site piece. Um, Another one you added to for the end of spring was techniques in reading. You want to do reading teachers resource. This was a collection of assignments that taught reading. It's a slide I did. You're going to have to make your own. I put in information about phonics, fluency reading, word charts, um, a bunch of different things, read alouds, anchor charts, wall words, and different activities, teaching those. Two recommendations for assignments is your infograph on your bias books, and then I did an infograph on read alouds, like what should you read aloud, what is a read aloud basically. These are both infographics, sorry. These two assignments are recommendations and they are both infographics. You don't have to have these two, they're just recommendations, but you do need to come up with some type of reading teacher's resource, kind of a collection of a bunch of assignments. Also, we did social studies the end of this semester. You want to have your inquiry arc lesson plan that teaches the 3 C's, a brief summary of what that assignment was. I also did on a group assignment when we had to choose a different type of science and do a lesson on it. Also give a description, but you do have to have your DPI training, culture response problem solving. Just a little image to go with it. It could be the screenshot of your completion date with your name, and then just in your summary next to it, put your date if it doesn't say it, and your name. That's all you should need to do for the end of summer. I will be back. That should be all that you need to do for the end of spring. I will be back shortly for the summer session. Okay.